It feels good that Kerala is waking up to Namo's call for a corruption-free India. We are in the presence of the dynamic and outspoken BJP spokesperson, Meena, who has become a familiar figure on news channels. She represents our voice for a change in government and does a wonderful job of it. We also have Professor R. Vaidya from IIM. His sense of humor and his speeches normally has everybody laughing, while he strikes on the point very effectively. We need someone like Mr. Narendra Modi to change India, and that's why we are all here. I'd like to share my feelings of why I stand with you and with the hope that we see a new India very, very soon. Today I speak as a common person and of the problems that we are facing and will continue to face if we don't bring about change. This is our last chance to change the system before it destroys us. The two patriots who have motivated me to join this movement are Mr. Narendra Modi and Dr. Subramanian. Both of them have worked selflessly and fearlessly to expose the wrongdoings of the present government while showing us a clear path towards progress. Many of us knew for a very long time that things were going terribly wrong in India. Prices were rising at an amazing rate, poverty was spreading like a virus, infrastructure was becoming pathetic, parents are paying exorbitant donations to schools and colleges, crime and violence has spread like wildfire, corruption has entered every sphere of our lives. And like many, I was wondering why this fear psychosis, this frustration, and this uncertainty in a country where a majority of Indians are intelligent, hardworking, patriotic, and are certainly productive. Is there no leader who can make the vision of the common Indian come true? Where he or she can live in peace, be respected, and have pride for her or his nation. With the number of scams coming out every day, we know for sure that Congress has failed us miserably. So what then is the alternative for us? During this period, a leader has emerged silently, working for the masses, Mr. Narendra Modi. His state reveals the extent of his patriotism. We watched him being attacked from external forces as well as internal forces in an attempt to stifle him and make India weak. In spite of all this, he has emerged as the only option we now have to save India. When I first met him in Ahmedabad in 2011, his mission seemed very clear, but somewhere he still felt perturbed about how he was being singled out for the Dogra rights. Subsequently, our judicial system absolved him, and he has definitely emerged stronger. Recently, when we met him, he had changed completely. He looked so much like the future PM that one could dream of, not someone who remains in silent mode. His confidence, his faith in the people, his work, everything has proved he's on the right track. But vested interests outside India and within are trying their best to prevent him from becoming our leader. As they fear a strong India, a lot of money is being poured into this direction, as you all know. While Mr. Narendra Modi is doing what he is destined to do, much lies in our hands. We need to push this forward through our open support. In his eyes, he does not segregate us, as opposition does, into caste and religion. He sees us as one entity, and that is, as an Indian, he wants to unite us all. His promises are genuine of providing jobs to the youth by training them well, keeping our women safe while empowering them through appropriate jobs, helping farmers reap profits and not commit suicide, making our country high-tech and self-sufficient, and so on. And these are not hollow promises. He has proved this in his state and received several accolades for setting a shining example of how a model state should be. And if we give him a chance, he can transform the rest of India. But for this, he needs our support in each and every state. As a Keralite, I am proud of my brothers and sisters who are intent and want change to happen. Otherwise, you would not be sitting here amidst us. But somewhere we have given up. So it's important to change the mindset. If we remain complacent, the next few generations will never forgive us. Our state benefits from the immense remittances from NRIs, which I am told by many sources are spent on projects outside Kerala. Why? It's our money, and this is our state. Our first responsibility is towards our state. The problem with Kerala is that there are so many vested interests at work. No project is allowed to take off. This dissuades dynamic entrepreneurs from setting base here. Alcohol and strikes are the two major problems we face. The long queues that one sees everywhere for liquor is an eyesore. Men who should be productive spend their lives borrowing money, drinking and beating their wives, who are the actual breadwinners. Why do we need strikes? It disrupts everything. People from outside mock our state. We laugh it off as a joke, and we continue to remain complacent. While outside India, we follow rules to the dot. Surely we can change all this and make our state shine if we clean up the system. Now, we have an alternative leader who will change the way we think, work and behave. Why don't we give him a chance? Is that too much to ask? It's your life. He wants to change. Give him a chance. My generation has suffered under a corrupt party that has divided a peaceful state that was once coexisted in harmony. We must not allow them to continue to do this to our children and their children. Let us promise to be the change, you and I. And we need to do this at ground level. We need to work. Everything, right from the fact that, see, you have to check whether your name is on the voters list. Please register your names in the city where you live. Check with friends, relatives and colleagues. Get at least 10 people to register. If you promise to do this, Mr. Narendra Modi will lead us. Then we are on the fast lane to progress. Let us not be complacent anymore. Let us fight for the pride of India. Thank you.